So we have one application called Studio, Uipath Studio. The installation we will do tomorrow. Tomorrow session will be only installation and how to like how many types of applications we generally use in this class. Once you install this application, you can see here there is an option right side top panel. You have option of new project. Okay, so I am creating one new project. Okay, so create. Don't worry about like you have to do this practical today only. Don't worry about that. You can do from tomorrow, once you tomorrow or after that third fourth class, because tomorrow also you will not be doing any technical part. You will be learning only about how to install and how to keep your studio ready. We call this application as studio. This extension you can see it XAML, XAML. So these are the files where you can write your code. So I want to write code in this file na. This is one default file which studio has created. It's a blank only, but it's a default file. Since I said that I want to create a new project, I said you right, most of the code is already written. You have to do like 10 to 15% changes only. Okay, so those box or the place where the code is present is called activity panel. You can see this activities. Can you see left side? So if I click this now, yes, if you click this now, you will see that one panel has come. Okay, one window has come. In this window now, everything is present. So first step is that I am just taking one sequence is like one page. Okay, for example, if you want to do any, if you want to make a list of any items now, you need a page, right, where you will write everything one by one. So we have one sequence where where you will write all the actions sequential order, like one after the other you can write some actions. So I'm taking this sequence. After that I want to open my next task is I want to open Chrome browser. Okay, so what I will do, again I will go to activities panel. Okay, I will type something called open browser, because I want to open Chrome application. Chrome is a browser. So I'm telling that I want to open browser. So how you will open browser? You will generally open like this and browser will look like this, right? But I am telling that I want to in browser I want to open for example YouTube. Okay, I will copy this URL because I have to type this URL in this code. See, I have written some code. What code I have written? Simply I have dragged the activity. We generally call these things activity. A sequence is also one activity. Open browser is also one activity. So I have dragged the activity and I wrote only URL, except that I did not write anything. Okay, next thing is here actually here we have actually property panel, but I think there is some border coming. So we call this one as a property panel. For this activity there are some more details you can do, the details or some more input you can give to this properties panel. Okay, properties activity. uh, Open browser activity, and the panel name is properties. Okay, in this properties I will just tell that can you see this input? So in input we gave URL, and I will just change this browser type as Chrome. Then only it will open Chrome browser. Let me do one thing. Let me first close this browser. See, my Chrome is closed. Okay, I will even untag this. See, in taskbar, in this below taskbar also there is no Chrome. Now what I will do, I will simply run my code. Can you see it only opened the browser in Chrome? That too in Chrome it has opened YouTube website. So how much coding I have done, you can see. If anyone having any technical like background na, they will actually realize that I have done actually nothing. I have written only what I want to open, that's it. Now for example, if I want to maximize it, where I have to click? Generally I have to click on this button, right? Then only it will maximize. We know this, right? So in UiPath na, again you need not worry how to write coding further. Simply go here. There is one option of maximize window. Can you see this? You have to drag this and Let me close this Chrome again and again run the code. So what my studio is doing, it is opening YouTube. After that, it will maximizing the video, that window page. Is it clear? Like I'm doing very less coding. For example, next thing. For example, next thing I want to write here UiPath. I want to write here UiPath, and then I want to click enter. For example, if I click enter, also I'll get results only, right? So what I will do, I will try to do that from from this studio itself. Okay. So what you are actually doing? You are doing some typing, right, to the browser. You are actually going to this and you are clicking here and then typing. Okay. So what I will do, I'll go to studio, I'll go to activities panel. You should be only aware about activities, and that activities also. Yes, yes. You have to give inside do only, because see, this maximize should be applicable to one application, right? So if I give here na, I am not telling to maximize browser. My open browser activity is this one, right? So I have to give here, and this plus symbol is for other thing. For example, how I'm adding my activity, I am going to this panel and I am dragging like this, right? So this plus symbol is just like one indicator that you can add one activity here. If you want to add anything, add here. Yes, next step. So you can add any activity before or after. Like I cannot add activity before this do. Okay, because after do you can add. Do is just a sequence. You can see this, right? Sequence is just like one page, blank page. You can write any code. Okay, so till here everything is clear, right? Now what we will do, we will try to type something in this search box and click enter. If enter will not work, what we have to do, alternate way is click on this search button. Okay, so you should not worry that array, if client is telling only to click enter and enter is not working for me in UiPath, then what I have to do? So alternate way, what is the alternate way? You have to click on search. Okay, there are many ways, while you will many things or many issues you will face in development, but for everything you will have some kind of solution. Okay. Okay, now coming to the project, I want to type, right? So I will just simply type here. There are many kind of type intos here, like one is CV type into, next is something change type. Normal type into is this one. In keyboard package you have something called type into. So I'll go here, type into. Okay, now it is telling, my studio is telling indicate an element inside a browser. Like wherever you want to type, indicate that part. So what I will do, I will just click on this blue color message. Once I click on blue color message, now my screen is showing me some it is highlighting some items. Wherever I am moving my mouse, now there it is highlighting. Can you see? So this highlighting is called spying. Generally, spy means what? They will monitoring. They will monitor things, right? So I am now monitoring my browser. So this this activity or this action is called spying. Generally, if you are using this kind of technical terms in your interview, it will be an advantage. Don't simply tell, if I do indicate element, I can move my mouse and I can select an item, or I can select one search box. If you'll tell like that, that will not create impact. If you tell after taking one activity, we are actually spying an UI element, spying SPY, okay, spying an UI element, and once the desired element is found, you can click simply do a left click of your mouse, and robot will capture that search box. Okay, once I captured that search box, now I have to give what I want to type. I want to type UiPath. Generally, what I want to type UiPath. Okay, but UiPath is a string, right? Generally, we give every string in the form of quotation. Okay, can you see URL also? I gave in quotation. I gave URL only, not different thing, but I gave in quotation. Simply, again, you have to type the input in the form of string. then you have to first write inside quotation, then UiPath itself will take it as a string. Okay, string means what? Any sentence or any word is a string only, where more than one character is the, even one character we call as a string only. Okay. uh, Let me try to run this code. If it fails, I have to do some changes in my code. That also I will tell you. If any code fails, what to do. You did not worry now that after leaving this session you have to start coding. Don't worry about that, because you are actually learning now. Can you see? I wrote a code to write type into. Okay, I have written a code to just type in the search box. Did it type? You can see the results, right? Now what is the next step you want to do? You want to just add one enter button, right? You want to enter. If you click on enter, you will get the results. So you did not worry about that also. Everything is present here. If you see, there is one down arrow button. Can you see this arrow button? If I click this arrow button now, it is telling me that there are some special keys. So in this special key, one special key is enter. Like all keyboard special keys have come here. Okay, so I will just click on enter. So you can see my input got changed. Previously it was UiPath. After that now it become UiPath. Some K came, some brackets have come, and it has come in with some enter message. But don't worry about this, because it is a code from UiPath. You are actually not telling to type K bracket open bracket close enter. You are not telling that, but it will actually work as normal enter. Okay. Let me run this again. So can you see? Things have worked properly. It gave me the results of Uipath. So in this way Uipath is actually very easy to learn. You are actually doing very less coding. How much coding you have done? If you see this steps now, like one step is actually get one blank page or blank designer panel. Second step is open one browser, and third step is you have to mention that it should be opened in Chrome. Fourth step is maximize your Chrome browser. Fifth step is type. Sixth step is click on enter or click on search button if enter is not working. So six steps. How much code you have written? You have hardly written only 2 lines. One is giving URL, and that too that is not code. You are actually giving input, what to open and what to type. And every code is present in which panel? Activity panel. There is one window. That window we call as panel. Okay. So these, there are many panels. This is activity panel. This is snippet panel. That is output panel. So we call as panel. Especially this panel we call as activity panel. Activity panel will contain all the activities. Anyway, this again, these things will repeat again in future when we will actually do installation and start doing coding. At that time, I will tell you about these panels also. But now after looking at this code I have designed in front of you, can you like expect or get confidence that you can also do this kind of automation, learn this automation, get a job? Yes. Yes, yes. Okay, no problem. Let me do one thing. Let me just take another file. So I'm taking another file, demo 2. Okay. Okay, now simple thing. First let us take one notepad. We let us write steps. What is your requirements? Okay, what is my requirement? First is open. Now this time shall we take same example or different website? What do you want? Another one, right? So let us do one thing. Let us go to Amazon website. Okay, let us go to Amazon website, and that to open Amazon website in Chrome. See, details are important. If client is telling open Amazon website and do this, at last you will get some issue that this application will not work in Chrome, it will work in Firefox. So you have to be specific with the application version or whatever thing, huh? So everything should be mentioned in detail. Okay. Second point, there will be one search box. Okay. In search box, what you have to type? Type, for example, iPhone. Okay. Type iPhone. After that, what will be the third step? Click on enter or click on search button. Okay. Click on search button. If that is giving enter issues, you can click, you can type enter, or you can simply click enter. Okay. It's up to you how you want to code. Let us click on search button now, because last time we have tried how to click on enter, how to do enter, that we have learned, right? Simply if you'll go to this add down button, you can, if you select enter, that will work as normal enter only. Okay. So this time we will learn about how to click on search button also. Okay. So simple thing, this is my new file. First of all, I want to open browser, right? So go to activity panel, open browser. Second thing, I want to open Amazon website. So first I need that website, right? So simply I will go manually, or generally business analyst will give all the things in the document, that this is the website of Amazon, like that he will give everything. So this is very big website, but I will try to make it very small, and I will just try whether it is working or not. Huh? See, I will just copy this small website link. I will just click on enter. So this is also same website only, right? It is just giving some different URL, but website is same only. So I will take this simple website. Uh, one second. So I will just take this website input, but the input you have to not give directly. You have to first give quotation, then you have to give the input. Okay. I have said that I want to open Amazon browser, Amazon website, but in which browser I want to open? I want to open in Chrome, right? So if you see, there is one property panel here. I will just drag this left side. Can you see this property panel? So just click on this panel. Hello. So once you click on this panel, there are many options. Okay. So URL anyway you have given as an input. Now you are giving input that what browser you want to open. Just don't type anything. If you type anything, now spelling mistakes can go. There is a auto suggestion. Just click on this down button. You can see I want to open Chrome. If you want to open Internet Explorer, then IE is Internet Explorer. Firefox is also there. Chrome is also there. Okay. Once you know how to do automation in Chrome, na Firefox, everything is easy. You have to just click on Firefox. That's it. Okay. Next is maximize window. How to maximize window? Simply, or else let us do one thing. Let us close this Chrome and run the code till here. Then do maximize window. Okay. Now I will run this code. Can you see Amazon website has opened on its own? Okay. Now next is maximize window. So how to get maximize window activity? Simply go to activity panel. In the search option, just write maximize here. Okay, and then run the code again. But before running, simply close the Chrome browser. See, closing of Chrome browser here we are doing manually, but in project your code itself should close the Chrome browser. Huh? So browser has opened, now it has also maximized it. Okay. Next thing, what is the next thing? Typing some iPhone or some keyword in search box, and then clicking on search button. Go to activity panel again. Simply right here, type into. Okay. So drag this type into. Just indicate that element. Now we are actually doing spying. Huh? Okay. Just indicate here what you want to search. You want to search iPhone. Okay. But don't give normally. You have to give inside a quotation. Okay. Now let us do one thing. Let us close your Chrome again and run the code again. Okay. Start the code again. Let us see whether UiPath is doing as expected or not. If it is not doing as expected, then there might be some issue which we have to figure out. Okay. So if you see till here, everything is fine. Now we will click on this search button. For now I will click manually, so you can see it's working properly only. Yeah? I will go back again and I'll just type, will keep my code till here. It was still like this na. Now what I will do is I will go to my studio again. I want to click now. I want to click on the search button. So I will just search CLICK, click. These all activity names, everything you will learn one by one. As you will get some requirement, you will do some practice, you will come to know about this activity one by one. So click, I am dragging inside. After this type it do. Again I have to do spying. If I will use this keyword indicate element or spy that element, you have to do simply like this: indicate element on browser and keep your mouse on this search button. And now what you have to do, close your browser and start your code again. You can see one red color box is also coming. This is one option in studio that for a developer things should get highlighted, huh? Only for a developer, huh? When it goes to production, huh, it will run very fastly. Now I have like manually I have set the timer that it should be very slow. Okay, so is this example clear? Like, or you can relate whether what I am doing is very easy. Hello, it's very easy or it's difficult? Easy only, right? You're not doing any coding, right? If you have to do the same thing in any other language, now you have to know much about coding. In this you should not know much about coding. Simply if you explore this, if you learn this about these panels, now that is enough. You have what you have to learn in this panel. You have to just simply know, if I want to type somewhere, what I have to search. If I want to click somewhere, what activity I have to use. That's it, you have to learn. Okay, but one special thing or one important thing is best practices. For example, if I'm running the code again na, before that I have to close my browser. So these are some best practices that you have to add this code on your own. Client will not tell that do this, Shaker do this, Shaker do that, or the RP developer should do this, because if he will tell everything na, he will not give job to you only, right? If he knows everything about UiPath, so he don't know the best practices of a automation project. If you want to automate any project, what are the best practices, he doesn't know. And you should only put some mind, or you should learn from your old projects or old experience or manual thing. If I am doing manually, what I am doing, I am closing my browser first. So these kind of things should get also incorporated in your project. If your project is having these all steps covered na, then it will be working properly. For example, I am same in manually. For example, if you are opening Chrome, but instead of Chrome, uh, once you open Chrome na, you did not open Amazon by mistake. By mistake you have opened some other page, okay, Facebook something, okay, or Amazon did not load. Then what you have to do, that is your second best practice, okay, that we call as error handling. If a website is not opening properly, what you are doing next, what you will do next, generally you will tell your client that you said me to do coding, I did coding, but Amazon website itself is not opening. Whenever I'm going to Amazon website, it is giving some error, or it is not at all landing to that page. So you have to do that interaction, or you have to write that coding in your project itself. You have to send some email that Amazon website is not opening. So that kind of thing you will be doing in your project. No need to worry about that in first day itself, because I am giving you generic example, okay? Like, is UiPath simple? Yes, it is simple, but you have to follow these kind of process steps or business steps. And client might not be that much smart that he will tell everything. He might not tell you that if website is not loading, you have to send email to me. You have to tell that if website is not loading, robot will give an error. That error we will capture and we will generally send an email. That email generally for now we are sending to RPA team. Shall we add your email also? Because the RPA team will not be for lifelong with them, right? I said you right. If they want RPA team to monitor for them, then they will keep on RPA team separately. I said you right, in maintenance phase, if client is having budget, if they have one budget of one good budget and they want to maintain some monitoring team who is working 24/7 to just to check whether the project ran properly or not, then they will tell don't add my email or something like that. Add my email only when the process is completed successfully. If any error comes, send it to maintenance team or monitoring team, then you will not worry about that. But if you don't know whether the monitoring team is present or not, then you have to interact with the client. Shall I send email to you only or not? So these are only the best practices which you have to follow. Once you follow all these kind of best practices and put that in your code, na, your project will never fail. Even if it is failing, it is going to correct monitoring team, that error has come. It means what, someone has to look into that code again. Okay, is this part clear, like how we are expecting that RPA will work? And automation is also very simple. It is mostly depending on this activity panel only. You will see from next time also, whatever I am telling, I am using activity panel. For example, if I want to automate Excel, I am typing Excel, and you can see many options are there. First option is open Excel. Okay, Excel application scope is open application only. Okay, Excel will open, but how, why Excel will open? Unless you will give path, I have to give the path. I have to click like this, and generally path will come here. For now, I will just create one blank Excel. I'm not doing any practical part, but I'm just showing you that Excel will open like this. This activity will only open Excel. Okay. After that, you want to read something from Excel, then you have to use read range. After that, you want to write back again. If for example, if you change something in that output of read range, na, if you want to write back, then use again write range. Activity names are also very simple. Na? They are not very difficult. For example, if apart from this Excel, for example, what other things are that, let us just try to explore. If I go to app integration, there is something called email also. In mail there are different types again. One simple mail is Outlook mail. I think everyone knows this Outlook application, most of them should be aware. So Outlook is one application where you can send email, read email. So you can see many options are there. One option is send mail. Okay. Second option is get email also. See, get Outlook mail. Okay. See, like that you have delete email also. You have one more option called move email. Move email means what, how you are moving one file to another folder, na? Like that you can move in Outlook also. You have one more option, reply to email. Like one email you have come, you want to reply to that email only, then use this activity. If you want to send a new email, then send mail. If you want to save that mail in your local folder, that option is also there. If you want to save attachment, you have another option. You are understanding, right? So like that you have many options, depends on the requirement which client is having. If client is telling you to automate this browser part, and you are giving that client that I will use Excel, I will use PDF, I will use database, na, that is not correct, right? So focus on the things which business is telling. Make sure that you are following some best practices. You are incorporating those best practices on your own. That will only reflect your experience. If you are thinking about all the good path as well as the failure paths, na, that will reflect your experience, like how good nice developer you are, or how much knowledge you have. Coding is very simple. Coding in UiPath and telling client that coding is completed, now I will deploy to production is easy. But how you are handling those failures is one big task. Okay. Till here, anyone has any queries or anything, like any expectation or anything, then they can ask those questions. I will stop recording because this recording is only for the this practical part.